Hi everyone, Owen here from the Conservancy Trust, and we're going to be introducing you to a bird that I'm sure quite a lot of you have met in the past if you have been to the Trust, and definitely one that a lot of you guys living here in the UK will be familiar with. He goes by the name of Troy, and he's actually one of our Tawny Owls. So living in the UK, we get 5 native owls, and Troy is definitely one of the more frequently seen and frequently heard species that we get here. All right everybody, so we've now been joined by Troy. Some of you might be able to spot him. Here he comes. Beautiful flight in. And Troy is of course our Tawny Owl. Now with this adorable looking little species, some of you might have been fortunate enough to see them out in the wild. In fact, there's an estimate of in between 30 to 50,000 pairs breeding here in the UK. Such a tiny island, that's an awful lot of birds. So they're not doing too badly at all. So Tawny Owls are a species we are very used to working with at the National Bird of Prey Hospital. In fact, currently we've got 17 chicks, which Cedric is looking after tirelessly to hopefully reintroduce them back into the wild. Now Troy, many years ago, in fact 12 years ago, he was one of those birds. He was brought into the hospital and basically with his story, he had become too dependent on people. A couple looked after him for 6 years before bringing him here to the Trust, at which point he became too reliant on people and he wouldn't survive out in the wild. Which is why nowadays you can actually find little Troy flying in our woodland demonstration or on our experience days. Now if you do come across a Tawny Owl on the floor and you do think it is in danger, then please feel free to give us a ring and we'll see if we can help you out. Now with Troy, one of their previous names in the wild is quite a nice one. Not only are they referred to as the Tawny Owl, the brown owl, they're also known as the ivy owl. And as you can see, when he enters the tree, he completely disappears. So if you want to encourage Tawny Owls, let your ivy grow. It will also encourage some of their favoured food, so bats, smaller rodents, and also amphibians to the area. So with Troy, now you can see he's up in one of the nest boxes in our woodland arena. Now in the wild you might see Tawny Owls using these nest boxes. In fact, our conservation biologist, Dr. Matt Stevens, he's looking after around about 1,000 nest boxes across the UK, which are home to these little birds, and they use it for looking after and rearing their young. Right everybody, I think Troy has done a fantastic job out here in our woodland arena. If you'd like to come and meet this bird, you can find him in our 3:45 woodland owl demonstration, and you can also meet him on our course days here at the Conservancy Trust.